a year ago. Y'all want to know what one of my biggest habit was? Weave. I had a weave addiction, and when I say weave addiction, I'm talking about a whole year. I wouldn't go without wearing weave. I would never let my hair like breathe. The only time I would like let my hair breathe was like the night before I get it done. I would take it down and wash it and whatever, and then I would go to my hairdresser and put weave in. That was one of my biggest addictions. Like, I couldn't live without it. I didn't feel complete without it. It's like once I got my hair done, I felt like brand new. I felt like a celebrity or something. It's like, and I had to get it done every 2 weeks. If I didn't get it did every 2 weeks, I wouldn't feel complete. I had to get it done every 2 weeks because I would get bored with just one hairstyle, and I would have to hurry up and change it and get another hairstyle. I've had it all. I've had quick weaves, sew-ins, braids. Now, with the braids, I would keep that in at least like a month or two before I would take that out. But quick weave or sew-in, but I mostly got sew-ins because the one thing I learned about glue-ins, it could take out your hair. But little did I stop and realize that sometimes getting it sewed in can take out your hair, because it had took out my ends, because my hairdresser would like braid my ends into the braid, and it would cause it, the edges to come out. It would grow back, but it's like when it would grow back, hairdresser take it back out by braiding it in again. And sometimes I think she probably would do it deliberately, and she be knowing what she doing, but then I can't say that. Sometimes, hairdressers don't be realizing that they're doing it, but then some of them don't really care. That's why it's good just to stick with maybe one or two hairstylists. So, but I did that. I stuck with like one or two hairstylists, and it still happened. I don't think they was trying to do it. They were just, doing what they did. But I've done the same routine ever since high school. Getting my hair done every 2 weeks. I done had all different types of hairstyles, from short to long. You name it, I've had it. Now, I wasn't one of those type of people that spent a lot of money on it, but I spent enough money on it. I spent enough that I shouldn't have. As far as me trying to buy some Indian type weave and $1,000 type weave and $200 type weave, no, I wasn't that type of person. I would go buy the synthetic weave because I was only gonna keep it like 2 weeks. So why would I want to spend money on $200, $300, $1,000 weave that I wasn't gonna keep in? So I stuck with the synthetic type hair. And I most straight hair, but I most liked it to wear curly hair. I was obsessed with like wearing curly hair and thick, big hair. That's what I was obsessed with. The straight is alright, but I loved it curly. I loved it hair weave like this. Weave like this was beautiful to me. I loved it wearing this type of weave right here. Not blonde though. I'm kind of like a reddish type person. I like to wear burgundy type hair. People like, oh, that's ghetto. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not to me. I liked it, that type of hair. That type of hair fitted my dark complexion. Not saying I didn't try blonde every now and then, but when I did, I would get tired of it quick and want to hurry up and change it because it didn't fit my skin color. Blonde did not fit my skin color. I'm dark skinned. That it didn't fit me. It fitted other people. I'm not saying that it wouldn't fit other people, but to me it didn't fit right on me. On other women it was beautiful. Like this woman right here, it's beautiful on her, but it didn't fit right on me. So I stuck with colors that fitted my dark skin color. But I never did judge nobody else for wearing what they wanted to wear. They could wear what they wanted to wear. In fact, I admired, women who wore stuff that was outside of the box, like green and purple and all that. I admired them because they was doing something that I didn't, could never do or could never be tempted to do or wouldn't feel right doing. I even admired women who wore their natural hair because I was like, she's braver than me. I can't do it because I never felt pretty without the weave. And that became a problem over time for me. I began to ask myself, why is it that I feel more prettier with the weave than without the weave? I'm the same person I was before I started wearing the weave. When guys would tell me I'm pretty or I'm fine, I used to second guess. I used to be like, well, is he calling me pretty or fine because I have weave in my hair and because it's long? Would he still call me fine if I walked around with my natural hair? When my man would call me pretty, I used to ask myself the same question. Is he calling me pretty because of the weave or is it because I'm really pretty to him? When we first met, I had a weavy ponytail in my head, but probably a year later, when we saw each other again, I was having like a bad hair day, but I was in my hair. I didn't have any weave in my head. He asked me for my number, but it was only because he had saw me before with the weave in my head. So that's why I would ask myself that question. And I would get all kinds of compliments from people every time I would get my hair done. Oh, your hair is pretty. Your hair is pretty. Oh, your hair pretty. Who did it? The compliments felt good at that time, but later on, I would, just sit and think about it like, I bet if I wore my real hair, nobody give me compliments about that. Everything just began to become old to me, like people give me compliments. I would look in the mirror before and after the weave. I would see the same person. So, I just wanted a change. And I was always fascinated with dreadlocks. I had a cousin that with dreadlocks, and I watched how he grew his hair so long, and I was like, what if I could get dreads and grow my hair that long? That's what I asked myself. And I used to see other girls, do it, and it looked pretty on them. And I used to, get my hair done in the weavy like dreads, and those always looked pretty. So I was like, what if I just go ahead and get the real deal and stop getting the fake stuff? One of my relatives was against it. She was like, well, why would you want to do that? You can put some weave dreads in your head, and you won't even have to cut your hair. But, I decided I wanted to do it. The first time I tried it, I didn't like it because I had to cut off all my hair. And I just didn't like it the first time. So I went back to wearing weave. But the second time I tried it, was a year ago. I decided to try it again because my ends was kind of damaged from my hairdresser, braiding my ends and pulling them out. And then when I would go get my hair braided by the Africans, they would do the same thing. They'll braid my ends and take them out. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just leave this weave stuff alone. And it was hard, it was hard. I still struggle with my weave addiction right now. Right now, I want to go get a wig, right, and put it on. But my hair done growed a lot since last year. I'm liking the results. I'm liking the progress. It keeps me going. It's telling me to keep going. Pretty soon, it'll be down. It'll be all the way down my back, and I love it. So, yeah. I still have a kind of addiction problem with weave. I see girls with weave in their hair and it be looking pretty. I'd be like, damn, I missed that. But then it defeats the purpose. If I go get a wig, it will defeat the purpose of why I started the dread journey in the first place. I want to be okay with being in my own skin and my own hair. I want to feel beautiful with my own hair. Like this girl right here. She have dreads, she natural, and she beautiful. I want to know what that feels like. You know, the real turning point for me was like 2 years before. And I didn't realize it when I had this real pretty curly hairstyle. And it was reddish, but it was beautiful. And this white man, I'll never forget, this white man had a nerve to bust me out in front of everybody and ask me, is that real? And it was so embarrassing. But I think that was a turning point for me too. It was a turning point for me, but I didn't act on it until later on. But I always thought about that. It actually helped me come to the realization that regardless of how many weaves I wear, it can never be mine. Yeah, it can be mine because I bought it, but it'll never be naturally mine. And I was reminded of that through that memory, and I let that inspire me and help me move away from wearing weave and, you know, wearing my own natural hair. And even though it was the right decision, I still struggle with that decision. You know, I don't get half as many compliments as I did when I was wearing weave. I only got probably like 1 or 2 compliments. Other than that, I don't get any compliments. I can put my hair in a different hairstyle because I go to my loctician every month. And when she retwists it, she do a different style. I don't get the same type of compliments I did when I wore weave, but it's not about the compliments. It's about what I feel looks pretty on me. And yeah, they're not saying nothing right now because this is my like a year into my journey. But wait till my hair begin to get real long. Watch how many of them be hating on that. Watch how many of them try to say that I have extensions in my head. Watch. It's going to be so many haters that going to come at me, and I'm going to do a whole video about it when it does. When my hair grow long, I'm going to have so many haters come at me and tell me, oh, shit, her hair isn't real, it's weave, it's this and that. Only the ones who really rock with me, who really be around me, are gonna be willing to speak up for me and testify that my hair, that my dreads are real. The idiots who don't know gonna be hating, and I'm gonna be loving every bit of it. I can't wait till that day happens. But until then, all I'm gonna do is continue doing what I'm doing and growing my dreads and getting it done once a month. That's all I can do. And for people who are in the beginning of their lock journey, my message to you is keep moving forward. I know it's hard, especially for some of us who just got out of the wearing weave stage. It's going to be hard. There's going to be times where you're going to wish, where you're going to just want to take it down. There's going to be times where you're going to be wanting to put a wig in, but keep on moving. And all your haters, let them be your motivators. The ones who ain't saying that now, they're going to be praising you and licking your ass, and someone even gonna be hating on you towards the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share down below. If you're on your dread journey, let me know. If you have any type of experience, maybe a relationship with weave, let me know that too. I'm not a hater. I still love weave too, even though I'm not wearing it. But anyway, do that for me. Peace.